Welcome to Robles Metal Art. I am Nathan Robles, a guy from Eastern Washington who is becoming the best artist I can be. I make high-quality, one-of-a-kind sculptures with the intention to inspire the best in all of us. You're invited to follow my journey and become part of the process of making some pretty cool stuff. I want you to be here, and I'm so glad that you are. So buckle up, because it's getting exciting every single day. I don't know how many of you are artists. I'm a sculpture artist. Why do we do what we do? That's the thing that I think about the most, probably out of anything else. Because my lifestyle has not been very easy. It's like, for some reason, my mind wants to go like the most difficult route possible. Like, hey, have 5 children. Oh, okay, I'll have 5 children. Oh, hey, choose a career as a sculpture artist with like no foundation. Just like try to become a sculpture artist. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Totally change your religion. Okay, yeah, I'll question my religion and I'll doubt it and I'll move away from it. Hey, here's some depression for you. You know, like it's not like I chose that, but it's here, the anxiety, the depression that I struggle with all the time. But why art? There's something here about being a human. There's something about being a human that is a little bit different from all the other animals on this planet. Everything else seems to be fairly comfortable within its environment. The animal world seems to be in its natural place, and things go by different natural orders and laws. Us humans, we go from, hey, I've got needs that need to be provided for: shelter, food, clothing, water, these things that are the most important things for survival. And then I just want to be creative. I want to imagine things and I want to make them into sculptures. And I don't know where this comes from, this desire to do these things, but it's there. And it's something that I recently heard the musician Andrew Hosier say: the song is asking itself to be written. Something is willing itself to be made. I'm doing all this on spec. I don't have any commissions except for one. This isn't a commission. This is a sculpture that I am just following. The image comes to my mind and I just go for it. That's, to me, inspiration. There's something beyond just me that is willing itself to be created. And that's why musicians write songs and sing. That's why painters paint. That is why potters pot. Writers write. We're creating worlds with our words and with our music and with our sculptures. I stand back a lot of times and I'm just like, where did that come from? And when it connects with someone else, that's the most amazing thing. Here I did this thing and then it impacted somebody so much that they're willing to buy it. These little pieces. I just finished these. And it's been not even a year since I started making these little bronze sculptures and totally changed the way that I produce art. And now I'm able to say more because I'm able to do things I've never done before. I'm getting opportunities to create like I've never created. But to get to this point, it's been so freaking hard to be a sculptor, to have 5 kids, to have depression and anxiety, to have relationships issues with family members and my wife, and healing all that and all this stuff. It's a wild journey. I feel like this guy, weight of the world on my freaking back, trying to make sure that everything works out for my whole family and that I'm not a disappointment to society. Amidst all the issues, amidst all the problems, this is the thing that I feel compelled to do. I feel so compelled to make these things that I'm willing to sacrifice everything. Seriously. Anybody else's comfort. My creation has come first. And that's tough to acknowledge. And there's people who are going to say, you're an asshole. You're a bad person. When my wife, when I promised her that I was just going to go ahead and get a different job, I lied to her. When I said, hey, let's give this a year, and if it's not working out, then we'll readjust. And a year hit, and things weren't where I was hoping they would be. That was 7 years ago. And I just kind of said, like, I'm going to keep on doing this thing as much as I possibly can. And that doesn't mean that we really suffered. I mean, it was stressful for our finances and everything. I was working 2 other jobs besides this career, this sculpture thing. And I could not be happy if I wasn't doing things my way. And so I've struggled with so much depression and anxiety and guilt and stress over, like, why am I doing this? What am I doing? Why can't I just stop? Why does this drive me crazy and I can't stop from doing it? Why can't I just be an accountant? I can remember just asking myself that. They just go to school and they punch in numbers and they're good. You know, I've got friends who are accountants. They do a great job and they freaking seem like they're happy doing it and helping other people with their taxes or whatever. I can't do it. I worked for an accountant as one of my part-time jobs while I was doing this. And it was just during tax season. And I thought I was going to lose my mind. I appreciate people who are able to just do a task like that. And they don't have to go through the emotional and financial burden and stress of like living this artist lifestyle. I admire those people because I wouldn't choose this for other people. I mean, like, there's a part of me that's like, hey, every freaking person should do what they feel passionate about. And everybody should have an opportunity to become the best at what they want to do. And if you want to be an artist, be a freaking artist. If you want to be a painter, a poet, bake goods, whatever that thing is your passion, go for it. And then there's a part of me that's just like, it can be really difficult to find your way. There's other people who seem to just fall right into it. But it's been quite an experience to get to this point where I'm finally able to take things to a new level. I'm producing some freaking awesome stuff right now because I've got everything set up to be able to do whatever I want in this studio space, this art studio space. But I got to tell you that there's something bigger than us at play in our lives. And you can call that God. I prefer to think of it as the universe, as the same thing, same concept. There's something there that's taking care of us and that is guiding us and wants us to be a certain thing, the best. And people will do what they will. I'm not going to make excuses for the lives of others who have done terrible things with their experience and impacted others in negative ways. And people can look at me and say that I've done that as well because of, me doing this and lying to my wife about quitting and getting a regular job and, putting us through some financial stress and strain at times. But it's part of the journey. And hell, my freaking grandparents had to go through so much worse than I did. And they were working, their hardest, I'm sure, to provide for their family as well. And were not hardly able to have as many of the great things that I have. So first world problems, right? Isn't that what they say? But this is an aspect of life. Create. Express what wants to be expressed. Write the song. Create the world that you want. If it's a written book, if it's a movie, if it's a TikTok video, express it. There's something that wants to be said through each of us because we're freaking magical. We're human beings, man.